Hey everyone, Thacia here with Legacy of Light and conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin, coming to you today for by 365 days of sharing from my heart to yours. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between our heart desires and our mind desires, and just, whatever else is going to come up through that. I have just realized, that when we go into our heart space and we have these desires that, come to mind, that they not only benefit us, but they benefit other people. And when we just go on our mind desires, the things that we think are our desires, these generally only benefit ourselves, or maybe one other person or something. It is our desire, as humans having this experience, or as light beings having this human experience, whatever you want to call it, to above all else be love and share love. So it goes against our very core and the heart of who we are when we only adhere to our mind desires. And this is where I found that the so-called failures happen. Things don't work out. Things don't go the way that you think you should or they should. And then, you feel heartbroken, you feel hurt. But really, all your heart is telling you is that, hey, I have something better for you. I have something greater for you. And maybe it was a lesson you needed to learn, but you can also just hold fast in the wisdom that it wasn't a failure, and that nothing that you ever will do will be a failure. It is just helping you change the direction to be your greatest good for yourself and for everyone else, for the universe, for this world that we have created to find the beauty that is within each of us. So it's not a failure. It is an urging from your heart to actually look deeper and find out those desires, and then go with those desires, take steps in that direction. And I feel like even in this past week, when I've changed my perception of the situations I've been going through, I've changed the direction of the situation going through, because my heart was literally in friction, with my mind, because I kept, trying to make myself feel like that was what I wanted, and it really wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't the relationship that I wanted. My mind wanted that relationship, but my heart did not. My heart was telling me to hold my beauty higher and to recognize that I can take a different path whenever I want, and I get to choose what my reality looks like. And I don't have to be beholden to somebody else, or to not do something that I know I want to do in fear of hurting somebody else. It's not like I'm going out to intentionally hurt people, but I don't need to base my decisions on what somebody else is going to feel or what somebody else is going to think. I need to go with my heart, and I need to use my voice to speak my truth. And in that, it brings about the love, and it brings me to the direction that my heart wants to go. And I I've also realized that you cannot tell the truth. It has to be learned. So, the whole thing with relationships and arguments, you want somebody to see your point so bad, but maybe it is not their truth. And maybe you just need to let them figure that out for themselves and to learn that for themselves, because that is when you truly come to this space of knowing and believing. And before I was quitting drinking, the person that I was dating at the time, wouldn't harass me or, mention anything. They didn't say anything to the fact of oh, you should stop drinking, this is not really good for you, blah, blah, blah. They just encouraged me and were my partner. And in the end, when I came to that realization that I wanted to, and I just stopped one day because I realized I didn't need to do it anymore. And it wasn't serving me. And when I told them, they were like, that's awesome. And I was like, why didn't you ever say anything? And they were like, I knew you needed to figure it out on your own. And so they were in the background supporting me, allowing me to go through the process to figure this out for myself. And I think a lot of times, in relationships, that's where the friction comes from, is because we want somebody to know this. We know this. You should know this. And so instead of just allowing the other person to take their path and letting them learn the truth on their own, we try to tell them the truth. And sometimes, if you're in a space that you don't want to be, and your heart is continually telling you, hey, you don't have to do this. It's for a reason. It wants you to step into your light, to be that magnificent being that you intended to come here to be. And these things that are happening around us, these are just circumstances. Circum means around. This is not you. This is not who you are. This is not the I am. This has nothing to do with who we are. We are all part of the Creator. And we are the Creator. We are. And so many times, we look everywhere else but here. And this is what I want for all of you, is to know with zero doubts that you are the Creator. You created everything in your reality, even maybe, your neighbor you don't care for. Created it. All the beauty, you created it. All the what you see as negative, you created it. This is you. And we are all connected. In that, in each individual, is like this, like a tree. We are all, the branches, but we all can be, like in this, we can be different colors, like the leaves, maybe the roots, maybe the heart, maybe the, it's all different parts, but it's all part of one. And as I said, my hope, my wish, my purpose for being here is so that you all know that each one of you is that creator, and that you do hold your light, and that you take that light and you put it in your heart, and you let no one diminish it in any way. And that includes yourself, like your greatest critic. You know, your ego wants to protect you. It wants to keep you safe. And all you need to do is tell it, hey, I got this. We're going to be safe. Maybe that pattern, maybe that program helped me in the past, and I thank you for that. But I have it now. I am that I am. And each one of you are that I am. You have such great power for change. And you can either choose to use it or let it go. And either way, that is going into the conscious grid of the earth. The things that you just know, those are true. Those are your truths. And we need to continually be seeking within ourselves for these answers. We can ask for help from people to facilitate things like healers, friends, whatever. But the ultimate work is done within us and our hearts. And when we live by that heart desire, then it's as if the rest of this, the rest of your circumstances just, they melt away, and it puts you in that spot for following your heart to manifest your actual dreams of your heart, and to just allow the process to start. And I think for me over the past year, I didn't have a clear plan. I didn't have a clear path. I thought I did, but I do now. And also, I need to learn that I can't go from the bottom of the mountain just to the top. There's the whole hike in between. And that's okay. That's the beauty. And that's what the thing is the journey. That's what we are to come to love. We keep thinking that it's the end goal. It's the end goal. I need money. I need, manifestations. I need this. I need this. But the thing is, once you get there, if you don't enjoy the time in between, you're not going to enjoy when you get there. You are not going to be grateful for that experience. So just take a deep breath this week and look at your heart and ask your heart what its true desires are. And don't be fooled by the monkey mind that could be your desires. It is your heart, and your heart will show you, and you will know because you will feel it. And there will be no doubt. There will be no friction. There will be no, well, maybes. It will be, I know. Because you are the I am. I am that I am. I love you all, and have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow, and I love you.